Hi, guys. I'm Ree of Coffee and Cream Talk, here to give you your daily dose of caffeinated commentary. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Want your next daily dose of caffeinated commentary? Then make sure you follow and subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. At Coffee Cream Talk on all platforms. And don't forget to go to coffeeandcreamtalk.com to join our mailing list so that you can get all of the latest updates and lots of fun things delivered right to your mailbox. We've got a very special announcement. This is just a quick FYI to let you know that soon you will be able to subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on our Facebook page. So if you're a fan of this channel, you find the tips useful and helpful, you enjoy the content and the unfiltered commentary and the discussion among like minded individuals, then you will now be able to show your support for the Facebook page and receive bonus content that's only available to subscribers, as well as a few other perks. So make sure that you're on the lookout for the Facebook subscribe button and sign up once you see it. A couple of years ago, I wrote a piece that got quite a few people up in arms. Folks actually commented that I had no idea what I was talking about, all because they were offended that I actually unapologetically wrote the truth. And well, guess what? The truth is the truth. It's still the truth. Why? Because the truth is the truth no matter who tells it. Okay? The truth doesn't change just because you don't like it. So, what was the piece about, you might ask? Well, I simply stated, or wrote, I should say, that Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson wouldn't have the massively successful career that she has if she'd married a black man. And that sent people, I mean, they just were so offended by this, okay? Well, I still stand by that. And honestly, if you're being honest with yourself, you'll stand by it too, because you really know that it is the truth. So recently, uh, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was joined by her husband, surgeon Dr. Patrick Jackson, for an interview with CBS's Nora O'Donnell. And during the segment, Dr. Jackson explained how he purposely sought a position at Georgetown, detailing to the selection committee that he needed to establish himself in DC because his wife, his black wife, would indeed someday become a Supreme Court justice. So he wanted to make sure that he was already in DC and that he was already set up and ready to go because he knew that his wife was brilliant enough to one day be on the bench. Ketanji then offered that once again, he always knew and always believed in her brilliance and ability to achieve such a historical appointment, even before she did herself. So he always had that belief in her, even before she believed it herself, before she even believed it were possible. So this man proceeded to once again openly weep as he spoke of the sheer amount of love and admiration that he possesses for his wife, who happens to be black, okay? He proudly stated that he cannot control his tears, that it's an involuntary reaction because that's just how much he loves her. So, once again, I say, show me the uber successful black male who is proudly and happily married to the uber successful black woman. And show me the black male who's always been her biggest cheerleader, has encouraged and supported her in every endeavor, picked up sticks literally and relocated based on her needs, her wants, and her desires. Never jealous of her success, never ashamed to openly weep because the love he has for his wife is oftentimes all encompassing and very much overwhelming, and never ever wanted to dim her light. And then I challenge you to show me the Black woman who never felt the need to dim her light, all for the sake of her Black husband and his job and his ego that constantly needs to be stroked at her expense. I'll wait because I already know that someone wants to reply in the comments with, well, what about President Barack and First Lady Michelle? The Obamas, because that's always your go to. What about Russell Wilson and Sierra? What about Denzel and Pauletta Washington? And whoever else you think you can come up with to try to prove me wrong. However, please understand and know this, that none of those couples apply because each one of those women have indeed dimmed their light at the expense of their husband's success. And as I said the last time, Ketanji would not have been able to achieve the level of success she's experienced if she were married to a Black man. And that's just the simple truth because Black males have a very different set of expectations as to what constitutes a good wife when that wife happens to be Black. And none of that includes making a name for yourself at the expense of not propping up your Black husband. And we know that. We know that. You don't want to admit it, but you know it. This is also one of the main reasons why Black woman, white man marriages are one of the most successful marriages. That's also part of the reason, right? Because neither the Black man or the Black woman has a problem with the other being successful, and they kind of encourage each other and they welcome that. That's one of the reasons why those marriages happen to work and why both parties in the marriage are happy. So, during another recent interview, um, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson stopped by CBS Mornings, and she's promoting her new memoir, Lovely One. So, CBS Mornings host Gayle King, she praised the book, but she also wanted to talk to Ketanji a little bit more about her relationship with Dr. Patrick Jackson. Specifically, she wanted to know more about Ketanji's experience being in an interracial relationship. So at this point, Ketanji spoke of how she and Patrick met when they were in college, how they became friends, and began dating. So this was all at Harvard, okay? All at Harvard. She then mentioned how she was a bit nervous about meeting his family for the first time, explaining that Patrick comes from a very privileged background, okay? So Patrick comes from a very privileged background. Katanji's Black and she's got to meet this white family. The thing was is that at the time, I'm sorry, Patrick Jackson's grandmother had already agreed to pay for his medical school. All right. So Ketanji was apprehensive about meeting his family because she feared that once they learned of his relationship with her, a Black woman, his grandmother would refuse to pay for his schooling. And she didn't want that for him. So she said that Patrick calmed her fears by stating, I choose you. So no matter what his grandmother would say, no matter what the family would say, he wanted her to know that I choose you. I choose you. I choose you. He said he didn't care if he had to get a job to pay for school himself, that he would figure that out. But no matter what, his choice was Ketanji. And I want you all to realize, ladies, Black ladies specifically, that it really is that simple. So often, Black women are apprehensive about interracial dating, or even if you want to date, Black guys, and there's this idea that, well, you have to, especially if you're a black guy or if you're a black woman dating a black man, and he's a mama's boy, then you have to accept that because that's just the way it's got to be, and you've got to, mama's got to like you, and just all this foolishness that has black women constantly twisting themselves into pretzels trying to please some black man. At the same time, black women are apprehensive about dating white men because you think their family's not going to like me. And if it comes down to me and his family, he's going to choose the family. And that's really not the case. Any man who wants you, any man who's serious about you and his feelings for you, serious about the true, deep, sincere love that he has for you, then you will be his choice no matter what. Keep in mind, Dr. Patrick is a sixth generation, that's sixth generation Harvard University legacy, okay? He's part of Boston's upper class. He has Mayflower lineage, okay? And none of that mattered to him because he wanted Justice Ketanji above all else. And he still is willing to openly weep at his good fortune because he loves his wife with his entire being. And that is priceless, okay? You cannot beat that. So, ladies, get you someone who loves you in a way that makes you feel whole and complete. Get you someone who is never ashamed to show you how much they love and admire and respect you and all that you are. Don't settle because you won't get any of this if you do. So remember to always choose well, choose wisely, and be smart. All right. So you've seen the pictures of Justice Jackson and Dr. Jackson. You've heard what I think. Now tell me your thoughts below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Want your next daily dose of caffeinated commentary? Then make sure you follow and subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on all platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. At Coffee Cream Talk everywhere. And don't forget to go to coffeeandcreamtalk.com to join our mailing list so that you can get the latest updates and lots of fun things delivered to your mailbox. Also, do not forget our very special announcement. Remember that soon you'll be able to subscribe to Coffee and Cream Talk on our Facebook page. If you're a fan of this channel, if you're a fan of this channel and you find the tips useful and helpful, you enjoy the content and the unfiltered commentary and the discussion among like-minded individuals, you'll now be able to support the Facebook page and receive bonus content that's only available to subscribers, as well as a few other perks. So make sure that you are on the lookout for that Facebook subscribe button and sign up once you see it. See you next time.